So this is my first GAC in Kyber. This might be a bit better. This is my first GAC in Kyber. I'm about 7.4 million GP at the moment. I've pre-recorded this because I typically play it with a mate, as I said in one of my last videos. So we're just yapping at this time, kind of talking strategy. This guy's name is Quickie. Nice. I did a little bit of Japanese in high school. They're, I think 10 point something mil GP, 10.8 mil GP. Really interesting account. Only 3 GLs, but then a bunch of Relic 9s, a bunch of Conquest characters. Full R9 Darkside Clones team, but no Lord Vader, which is really odd. I think I just skipped straight ahead. Only have Profundity and Executor. Got a lot of Datacrons though, so I was a little bit worried going into it. I was worried that something was going to be here and just kind of screw me up. But as you can see, Rey and Kylo on the. Hang on a minute. So, top wall, Tarkin clones, you'll see soon. Tarkin clones full R9. Jedi Master Mace, R9 and R8. Bottom wall here. Iden with a Kron, which kind of threw me off because there's also Zori here. And I typically counter both teams with CLS. I mean, Wamp is good against Iden, but with Iden Kron, I'm kind of scared that I'm just going to explode. But we'll get to that in a bit. I could Starkiller the Rey team, which is typically my go-to, but with the Barriss Kron and Ezra, I decided to use my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with the First Order TIE Pilot Kron. But first, I'm just going to get rid of the Slicker team. Just Bane it. I think I used Darth Vader here just because I didn't really need to go all out. This is a pretty safe, especially with a Relic 3. I made this Kron specifically for use with Bane. Here we go. 80% health, 115% armor pen. Crit damage is also fine, but about 100% armor pen's pretty good with Bane. If I wasn't doing health, I'd do the rest as crit damage, but his second special, the Siphon one, excuse me, does damage based on your max health, so this is why you want that. Attacker Kron, pretty good. Yeah, this is a really standard lineup, especially with a Relic 3 Darkside Vision Rey. No crew. It's pretty straightforward. They don't have the damage immunity start either, which I actually think is better against. I don't know why I did that one. I think it's actually better. Bane's even better against because Whirlwind dispels it and just kills everyone. But I got max banners there for Bane, so I'm pretty happy with that. Then I just go ahead and do the Rey battle. I have a preset for this, I just decided to click it in. This one's again pretty straightforward. However, I did have some problems in this one because Jedi Cal, not Jedi Cal, just regular Cal, does a lot of foresight shenanigans, which makes it really hard to just swipe everyone to death. And I was really scared of Barriss Kron. I was just really scared, full stop. This is really consistent, but the banners are pretty terrible, typically. So I'm a little bit worried going into this. This is a bit of a longer one. I was a little bit worried I'd time out. Typically, I don't like clicking the mass swarm because it pumps 10% turn meter into everyone, and that means I lose max health. But I kind of wanted to get taking turns and get Slicker out there doing some heavy hits. Went into ult to take less damage from Ray's ult. Pretty straightforward. Lose all my guys. The reason the first order TIE Pilot Cron is so strong is because opponent AI is really weird with the Slicker lineup. They don't like targeting Slicker while while he has allies up. I don't know why, but I just find that they really like AI doesn't hit Carlo very often while he has an ally. So especially while he's in ult, like it just means that these two are unkillable. Well, yeah, but they typically just wail on Stormtrooper until you win. I poked Cal really early. Well, not really early, as kind of soon as I could because I really wanted him gone so I could start swiping everyone to death. Then I get a bunch of bonus turns because of the TIE Fighter Pilot Cron, where when I get a kill, I get an extra turn, so I just kind of poke everyone to death and have a good time. I was really on the fence about what to use on that bottom wall. I should go back and show you guys what was on the top. I was really on the fence about what to use between Iden and Resistance, so I decided to go for the top wall. This one's another weird one. Tarkin clones I was always going to use my Radis on because Adrad just like mops the floor with Empire. And that's why, because typically I'll either use CLS or Adrad on Iden. However, I really needed my Adrad because like full R9 team is nothing to joke about. This Sword team, even though they're all R3 except for Kyle, it did worry me a bit. And then Mace, I was probably just going to throw a GL out and get it out of the way. So here I just had to double check. I've been putting Saw on defense without Luthen, so he's not very good, but I've been putting a couple of my Rogue One tunes with him, so I just had to make sure I had all the ones I wanted, and I do. So this one, it's a little bit slow because they're all R9 and like my Jin's only Relic 5. I mean, Cassian's Relic 8, but K2's only Relic 3. Chirrut's only Relic 5, so I like basically just keeping Scorch locked down because then he can't be gaining his Bulwark and doing all these really annoying things, but it's a bit harder in 3v3 I was like really managing to loop, like turn meter loop Scorch in most of my battles, but for some reason I didn't do so well at it here. I don't think it really mattered though. The blinds are really nice here. Just getting some good dodges. I kind of wanted to stun Tarkin, but it wasn't going to happen, so or maybe I did keep Scorch locked down. Regardless, once he got to his health, it really took a while to get through. So I'm just slowly pinging it away at him. My Jin dies really fast because she's got a 4 relic delta difference. Adrad hits like a train. I don't know why he hits so hard. He just does. I was really trying to get this last crit or like expose proc, I think it is. But I got the crit and hit my ult and ping Tarkin, and it was all good. So pretty like average Adrad team with the Cron beats. I mean, I don't think the Cron's super necessary. I'd probably still do it with just like a good data Cron anyway, but yeah, there's a really good Tarkin clones one counter if you need it. It also works in 3v3 really well with Adrad, Jin, and whoever you really want as your third rather. Here I'm just kind of mulling over what to do, just having a yap, going, well, I kind of want to use Wampa, but like the Stormtrooper mechanic's really going to be really annoying. Range Trooper's going to revive everyone, and everyone's going to be doing a bunch of offense. She gets 20% potency, which is kind of annoying. Sorry, Iden, I mean, gets 20% potency, which is just more likely to stun my Wampa, and once Wampa gets stunned, it's basically game over here. But I didn't want to use like Sith Empire, because my Sith Empire isn't really that built up. I didn't want to use a GL, because that's a complete waste. I was tossing up with Starkiller. Tossing up with Phoenix as well, but my mate was going like, no, I'm pretty sure Phoenix gets kind of stomped. And here I go and check on SWGOH.gg. Oh, I recorded my screen. That's handy. Look at me go. And it was all just Wampa. And Idoncon was around in the last 5v5. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. I've also got my own really strong Datacron. My friend was going, no, you're an idiot. This is so dumb. It's not going to work, which is pretty reasonable. And it was a really close match. So I'll let it play out a bit. Alternatively, Phoenix, I just was worried that once Rex dies, like, they're just gonna get stuck behind taunts, and I don't know, I didn't think they'd deal really that much damage. Here, I'm just checking the potency. 130% is like, you kind of want more potency. My Wampa's got like a good amount of tenacity though, like pretty good modding, all things considered. So I was pretty confident. Anyway, I'll skip ahead, not too far ahead. Get into the battle. The other thing is I've got Relic Delta advantage on my side, which is kind of why I went ahead with this. Like, Magma Trooper and Hoth, like Stormtrooper, Snowtrooper, a Gear 12, they're just gonna like explode realistically. Like, after 1 or 2 AoEs, they're just gonna fall over. Here, I'm pretty sure I roared, or did I just take one out? Pretty sure I'm just trying to roar so that I can just keep looping turn meter, because you gain 15% turn meter per active enemy. I'm really worried about Stormtroopers, like, reflecting 50% of the damage, though, because as I ramp my damage, then I'm going to be dealing more damage to myself. However, it didn't really seem to be dealing that much damage. Here, I just killed him before, like, I swung at him after he was dead. It was kind of weird. I really want to kill Range Trooper early, because Iden can't die while Range Trooper's around. So, realistically, the sooner I kill Range Trooper, like, it's in a really weird spot, because Range Trooper, when it dies, revives, gives everyone 100% turn meter, and gives everyone 100% offense, which is not good. But I can't kill Iden while she has allies. So I have to kill Range Trooper before I start killing the rest. And the sooner I kill Range Trooper, the sooner I can then kill the other two, and they'll stay dead. The 2 Gear 12 ones. And then I can, like, actually start making progress here. And yes, I do risk dying, because of 100% offense is kind of strong, but I just kind of had to go with it. Iden kept doing a stupid, like, revive buff move. I was kind of worried. Like, at this point, got the revive off, but the others didn't revive, which was funny. So I don't actually know what went on here. I don't know why the others didn't revive. Maybe the Cron got broken because of the adapt or die buff. I don't really know. All I know is it's going really slow, but it doesn't really look like they're dealing that much more damage. So not really going to complain. Still kind of worried about timing out. Still kind of worried about Stormtrooper, who just keeps coming back to life. And every time I hit him, I'm taking more and more damage. Here I got it done. So in the end, it actually went okay. I did a basic, and I just absolutely wiped the floor. So 68, pretty good. Not the 69, sadly, but realistically, Wampa never really survives with spare protection. Kind of on the fence here about what to do, but then I went, hang on, I've got Attackacrons, and I'm pretty sure CLS is like 90% attackers. And one of the really cool things about this Attackacron is that it allows you to attackers, which is literally the whole team aside from C3PO. They ignore taunt effects, but they also ignore stealth. So I can just one-tap Zori. And once Zori's dead, the team's kind of meh. So I'm tossing up here because I kind of want to put a turn meter cron on, like 15% turn meter. But I've rolled all of mine to have the 15% max health and protection. I was kind of tempted to do this one, but then it clicked and I went, hang on. Like, the attacker cron's really good here, and Han shoots first, so I should just win. Especially because I've got a Relic Delta advantage on the Relic 5 Finn Zori team with a Relic 3 Zori. Like, realistically, this is just going to mop the floor. Under other circumstances, I don't really know. See, I can just go bang and then we're all good, and it's not really an issue here. Don't think my banners were great from memory. I just went after Rose because, yeah, she just exploded. Just because she had turn meter. And yeah, this was full banners from memory. Yay. So yeah, good battle. Can't really complain there. Looking at the back, this guy set a pretty weak defense. I don't think most of my Kyber matches are going to go like this. I got really lucky with my first match. I'm recording this the morning after, or the afternoon, the next day. So I already know the results. I already know who I'm going up against in the next round, and next round's going to be tough. But I'm going away this weekend, so I don't know if I'll really get a chance to record the match. I might just do like a brief overview at the end of this first week, and then I'll do a recap as well going into the second week, because second week of GAC is going to be a lot more fun. I'm going to have the Stranger, who I've decided I'm going to take straight to Relic 9. I'm going to have Malgus, which I don't know if I'll have all the gear 12 to 13 gear stored up for him yet, but we'll see. My guild starts a raid this afternoon, so maybe I'll have enough. We'll see. It'll just make my Sith Empire a little bit better. Anyway, here I'm just tossing up what I fight next. I think I decide to do Great Mothers against this, which I didn't check with SWGOH.gg. I don't really like checking with SWGOH.gg just because I feel like it wastes time that I don't really need to spend on like thinking in depth about teams. I know how good most teams are and what they can beat like equivocally. So yeah, the nice thing about the support cron, first bit's meh, the third bit's like pretty good, dispels all buffs and all enemies, pretty good, but otherwise yeah. But realistically, I'm wanting the non-support ally critically hit. So that's basically, Great Mothers is the only support ally, as you can see. So everyone else, anytime they get critically hit, they get protection up, which is really annoying, and it makes Morgan that much more tanky. And the second thing is, whenever support ally is critically hit or inflicted with a debuff, they gain stealth. And Great Mothers doesn't typically stealth on this team, and it means she can kind of get targeted if you've got something to get around taunt. So I find it just adds a lot of extra survivability. This battle went really poorly though. I thought I'd go after Saw. I don't actually really know how this team works. I thought Saw was the best because if I get him out of the way, then a lot of his like weird turn meter and other shenanigans disappear. But it didn't really happen. They just kept like pumping turn meter. Kyle just kept taking turns. I got feared and blinded and all of this other shenanigans. They're also using Drogon on this team, which is kind of scary. Here I'm like, ooh, Spirit's got buff immunity. That's really worrying. But, let's see if I can get down Saw anyway. My Night Trooper's dealing a lot of damage to this Rebel Trooper. Same with the Death Trooper Peridia. Yeah, Drogon just absolutely wiped out my Spirit there. But I then put Blessed on Death Trooper Peridia, and DTP hits like a truck. And yeah, here my Morgan's not even taunting, but my Great Mothers can't be targeted. And here's where the fun begins. So I find this really fun with Death Drupedia. His first special, if he gets a kill, the cooldown is reset, and he gets a bonus turn. And so if you ramp his damage enough and give him Blessed, and then take away all of the enemy's protection, then you can just go around one-tapping everyone. And you just do it over and over and over. Especially because I've got a relic delta difference of 4. Here I didn't even need it, I just went bang. So it worked out. I didn't do great, like the banners are pretty average, but kind of is what it is. This one's always a worry, but I just started to throw Jabba against it because the back wall is not a worry when I've got Starkiller still, and a Relic 9 Revan against like some Gear 12s on that Grievous team. For the same reasons as the Great Mothers match, I like support Kron on Jabba. I don't have this at level 9 yet because I just haven't bothered getting around to it before the lock. And yeah, I think this Kron's really, really strong for Jabba for the exact same reasons. Kasantan gets so much bonus protection from the level 6. Jabba gets some stealth. Not that it really matters, but it's literally just for that. Oh, do I use this anyway? Oh, I use this one anyway, apparently. I really like the support Kron on Jabba, though. If there wasn't this Focus Starter Kron, I'd be using the support Kron on Jabba every time, just because it makes Kasantan that much better. I was kind of worried here with all this, like, it's basically permanent healing immunity. Every time K2SO attacks out a turn, I think it is, he or loses taunt, he inflicts healing immunity for like 2 turns on everyone. And that sucks, because one Adrad, like, most of my squad here is Relic 5. Well, Bosch and Skiff Lando are Relic 5, and I was really worried that would just spell the end for me if Radis uses an AoE, so I really need to get going here. Hit Contract, which is good, and now I'm just trying to stock up bombs, so I can hopefully just explode Radis, because Relic Delta doesn't affect little bombers. Here I decided to use the turn swap, and then I just blow up Radis, and from here I'm kind of good. I don't think it was max banners. Excuse me. Dying a bit, too much talking. That's okay. 61's still not dreadful. I've made up banners elsewhere. Here I just used JML. I didn't really have... I was like, do I have anyone better than Windu here? And like, yes, realistically, I should use Jedi Master Yoda, which I'll do for the next one, but I just didn't bother gearing them up at the moment because I'm saving all my relic mats. Because I've got a lot of stuff coming up, as I spoke about in my last video. Here I have a protection Kron that I just put a shit ton of protection on. I don't think it actually affects the granted special that Jedi Master Luke does, but it's more just like a, haha, look at this cool thing that I can do. Like, realistically, it doesn't do that much. It means I have a harder time going through his max protection, which is good. It means he's taunting a lot more often on a full Jedi squad. And otherwise, they don't have an attacker Kron here, so if I just keep calling Jedi Luke to assist, then I kind of just win, because his, like, Relic 7's perfectly fine here. He's only doing 10% less damage to, the Relic 9s here. And that's not that much when you're dealing a gazillion damage with the granted specials. So here, I think Temple Guard just explodes. Oh, here, I was doing some testing, because she had Deflective Ward, which reduces the damage to 1, and I presumed that the damage from Luke's basic would use Deflective Ward, and then the granted special damage would go next, and it did, so I did a little bit of damage there, which was cool. Grandma's getting absolutely BTFO'd, and then Luke absolutely wrecks Aayla Secura, and I'm just reading revealed, because I don't really remember Mace's kit and how it works. I just remember like he inflicts a lot of shatter point, and like Grandma throws a gun and explodes everyone. Like anyway, I was really worried that I'd have to face Leviathan here, but I don't. There's just a really weird Chimera lineup. Um, this is kind of what I'm hoping to see in low Kyber, because I only have Chimera, Home 1, and Profundity. Home 1 can like beat anything non-GL pretty easily, but like that Chimera battle's kind of fucking with me, so I was a bit worried. That's an ish later. Gear 12 Maz team, no kicks Omicron, so no like auto revives. So I don't remember what I used here. I was gonna use Sith Empire, and then I was like, hang on. Sith Empire is just gonna explode because they're really good against Sith. And no, she doesn't have any Omicrons, but I was still a little bit worried. So here I just used Jawacron. Really, really broken stat stick Cron. Like absolutely insane. Just use this to dispel Foresight. Get some tenacity down going. And then everyone just died. Like bang. Bop. Like yeah, it was pretty easy. Unfortunately I lost a banner there. Which is kind of annoying, but hopefully it won't matter in the end. This Stana team is only annoying because like it's in relics, but I think I just threw Starkiller here. Yeah, cool. Hang on, I got a cough. Sorry, drank some water too. Here I was like, oh, right, Attackacron, I can hit under stealth. I was also like, oh, Stapper's here. I didn't even notice because no Omicron, Gear 12, like I didn't notice. And realistically, that could have been a problematic if I wasn't using this team here. So yeah, this was like a really nice warm up going into Kyber. Really gave me a taste for kind of what it's like to have just need so many teams, because you need an extra 2 teams on defense and offense, which isn't that bad, but the main thing is that you needed an extra ship, and my ships are not very great at the minute, so my ship defense is really average. Here I'm just trying to figure out like what I want to throw on this. I think I ended up going with the protection and crit damage one just here, and then I got rid of HK. Because my friend was like, yeah, just get rid of HK, you don't need him. And he's also like making the Cron worse. I was just making sure it didn't affect his lead, which it doesn't. I was like, if you have a full squad of Sith Empire allies, which then I'd need it, but you don't need that. And yeah, he was like, it makes the Cron better because your lowest gear is gear 12 now. I was like, cool. I'm slightly faster than Sana. I just ended up playing click button simulator, and I just kind of won here. Everyone exploded, and then Revan just went bang, and we're all good. So there goes ground, no drops. My opponent at this point in time had full cleared my Queen Amidala that I'd put on defense. But then just stopped attacking. So I was like, hey, maybe this guy just won't attack again, which would be kind of nice. You know, it's New Year's Day, like maybe they've got plans, maybe they're, don't have time to do their whole gack, so hey, I'll take a free win. This battle's really easy. I love my Profundity. I think Profundity, and now that Rogue One exists, is just like, oh my, it's so much fun. It's so easy to use. I had a bit of a stroke here, and you're meant to do the this one here. However, my Outrider was faster than their punishing one, which is a bit weird. It just means he doesn't have full 6-dot mods. But usually this counter, before Rogue One was introduced, you needed your Outrider to go after Punishing One. But it doesn't really matter. You just want the speed up, and he dispels the speed up. He also gets stealth when you use the Profundity second special on turn 1. So it's just all this annoying stuff. I decided to get rid of that Taunt early because I've still got Breach immunity, so can't really do anything. Xanadu Blood is kind of living, but then it just stops doing that. Anyway, this I probably could have just put on auto. It's a really easy battle now. I was like, oh, he's healed up, annoying, but I just basicked to pull an assist. Yeah, Rogue One does so much damage. It's like Outrider does a decent amount of damage, and it's because it does damage based on its max health every hit because of Profundity's leadership. However, it only deals like 6,000 a hit, whereas Rogue One, I use that one. Rogue One does 20,000 a hit, which you'll see in a second. Plus, it does its max health damage on top of that. You'll see here, bam, 16,000 a hit. So it's almost triple what Outrider does on like just the base attack. So it's pretty good. I think it's a really, really strong ship. I mean, most people do. It's kind of broken. Here, I decided to take Phantom. No, Ghost. No, Phantom. Yeah, it was Phantom. Decided to take Phantom just in case. I wasn't really worried because they're like Gear 11 and 12 ships, pilots. This guy's got a really weird account. As I said at the start, like it's just a really weird one. But this match is really easy with B-Wing. I think I did lose banners in the end because the problem is Marauder takes a bonus turn. I just like doing that for the AoE. Marauder takes a bonus turn. Here I use the AoE because it deals more damage. I was hoping to kill Anakin, which it did. When Marauder dies. So it meant that here, yeah, he took away one of my banners. But is what it is. That didn't kill, sadly, but then this basic does. So could have saved some banners by not bringing Phantom as a reinforcement, but I don't really want to risk it. This is what I was most worried about. Within the next 6 months, I plan on having both Leviathan and Executor unlocked, so it'll be a lot easier. But this I was kind of worried about just because these ships are really strong. Like, they're kind of hard to kill. And I just had to get some really lucky dodges to make this happen. And good start. I get the reinforcement turn 1 because I have... I don't remember what the other ship is called. The Conquest one. But the one that second sister flies or whatever. Anyway, here I was really worried that I was about to die, but I didn't. I just keep clicking basic because it does a lot of damage, and stun doesn't really do much right now. Got a really nice dodge there. Got a heal so that I'm going to live these 3 detonators. Great dodges there. Already up to an insta-kill. Decided to just get rid of the bomber because it puts all the bombs on me, and I don't want to just explode because of that. Here they just keep going after my TIE Defender, but 2 excellent dodges. I got very lucky in this fleet match. Bang! There goes another one. Didn't kill, sadly, but now we've dealt with that. This Foresight's really annoying, so just trying to clear it off. My TIE Defender's got Foresight, so it doesn't matter, which means I get a heal off because I pass some turn meter to Chimera, and I get a basic, and I win. So this is really nice. Good victory. I can't really complain. I ended up winning this match. Yeah, yeah, here I'm just going like, look, Gear 8 Iden, let's go. Iden's just like an absolute, I don't know, her ship's crazy. But yeah, I ended up winning. My opponent ended up only clearing 2 more squads. Didn't even attempt my layer. I think they realized they couldn't clear it with the R2D2 Cron. Finally put this on. Yeah, I think they finally realized that they couldn't clear it with the R2. Well, R2D2 Cronner's there because R2D2 Cronner's really, really, really strong. So, yeah. I won my first GAC, which was nice. First GAC of my Kyber, which I'm very excited about. Next round's looking a lot worse. It's the typical, like, 9 out of 10 GLs. Most of them are Relic 9. Some of them are Relic 10. Lots of Conquest characters, lots of ships. So, we'll see. I'll do a recap when I'm back from the beach, because I'm going to the beach with my family. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed this little voiceover recap, and I'll see you guys another time. Peace.